Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am your host, David James. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a good day so far, wherever you are in the world. Hope you guys enjoy today's episode. If you do go on to enjoy today's episode, a quick reminder, please like, subscribe and comment. Really shows your support and really helps my channel out along the way. Today, I'm going to be talking about a documentary based on the CelineDion, the famous Canadian pop singer. So I hope you guys enjoy. Now with that being said, let's get on with today's episode, shall we? So in regards to streaming wars, between Amazon, Netflix and all the other studios that does streaming, that has their own streaming platform, Amazon MGM right now have landed a big project, in my opinion, which is of course the CelineDion documentary, and I'm very excited to dive into this article and eventually watch the documentary. I'm not the biggest CelineDion fan. I like some of her music, absolutely. I have nothing against her music. She's a fantastic singer, a beautiful woman. Her music is... I'm not the biggest CelineDion fan. I like some of her music, absolutely. I have nothing against her music. She's a fantastic singer, a beautiful... Her music, and I mean no disrespect by this, is the kind of music where you go in a bath after a long day at work, you have a glass of wine or champagne, whatever, and just relax and reminisce about the day, decompress about the day, if you will. That's her kind of music, which is not a bad thing at all. Again, fantastic singer, fantastic talent, and a beautiful woman all around. So the film will be titled I Am CelineDion, which will be available to stream on Prime Video at a yet to be determined date. It's not an expansive look at the life and times of the iconic pop singer. Instead, it's capturing a snapshot of a pivotal time in her career. The documentary spans about a year and chronicles Dion's battle with Stiff Person Syndrome, a rare neurological disorder that affects the brain and the spinal cord. In the case of Dion, and in the case of CelineDion, this illness has halted her livelihood and her ability to perform. So, it's not clear how long she's had this diagnosis for, but she didn't officially go... It's unclear how long she's been battling this condition for, but we do know that it wasn't until December 2022 where she announced that she was postponing her world tour due to spasms that impacted the way she walked and sang. We are still learning about this rare condition. We now know that this is what's been causing all the spasms that I've been having, she said. She said at the time on Instagram. Unfortunately, the spasms have affected every aspect of my daily life, sometimes causing difficulties when I walk, not allowing me to use my vocal cords and to sing the way I'm used to. She continues to say, she hopes that the documentary will raise awareness of this little known condition. This last couple of years has been such a challenge for me. The journey from discovering my condition to learning how to live and manage it, but not to let it define me, she said in a statement. As the road to reassuring my performing career continues, I have realised how much I have missed it, of being able to see my fans. During this absence, I decided I wanted to document this part of my life to help others who share this diagnosis. I appreciate with all due respect to her, I am very happy that she's given us the opportunity to learn about this condition, learn about what causes it, how it can be treated, if it can be treated, and all the ins and outs about this condition. That's always the worst thing about some medical conditions, when they are extremely rare, you don't know what they are, you don't know what causes it hurts like hell, it really affects your life, and for the most part there's nothing that anybody can do except certain things here and there, which might help you gain a bit of momentum here and there. Dion, one of the most successful performers in pop music history, became famous as a teenager and has sold more than 250 million albums in her career. Incredible. And that's the thing as well, which I was thinking about earlier. She's been performing on stages worldwide since she was a kid, and that's all she knows in some ways, It's like being a professional athlete or whatever, and you get the news that your injury is more worse than you possibly had imagined originally, and now you cannot do what you love to do because of that injury. I'm not saying this is an injury, but you know what I'm saying. There are cases where some athletes can come back from a serious injury and still do what they used to do at a better rate than they did originally. Other cases, not so much. An injury, but that's what I compare it to in my mind, sort of thing, if that makes sense. Her chart-topping hits include the famous Titanic soundtrack, My Heart Will Go On, the Oscar-nominated Beauty and the Beast, and romantic ballads such as Because You Loved Me and It's All Coming Back to Me Now. That's a really good song, All Coming Back to Me Now. I like the video to it as well, really good video. Celine Dion is a global megastar, that's an understatement, with a career defined not only by her extraordinary work ethic and passion, but her dedication to her fans. Jennifer Stolik, head of Amazon MGM Studios, said in a statement, "This documentary is a raw, intimate portrayal of a pivotal time in her personal life and career, pulling back the curtain on a journey that overcomes an unthinkable diagnosis." What I like most about this news is the simple little things. Like, for one, they're not going to give her an origin story. We don't need to see a full-on backstory for Celine Dion. Like, she's been around for years. I'm sure she's got many books out by now. I'm sure you can look up a YouTube documentary on her life if you really need to. You've got Wikipedia as well, so we don't really need to see a whole entire life covered in this documentary. But I like the fact that they're focusing more on trying to raise awareness of this condition, Stiff Person Syndrome, and what it can be and how painful it can be and how challenging it can be as well for the person who suffers with this condition. I Am Celine Dion was directed by Ian Taylor. Her credits include HBO's Trees and Other Entanglements, Hulu's Leave No Trace, A Hidden History of the Boy Scouts, and Sundance Prize winner Here and Now. For those who might be interested in learning about this condition, Stiff Person Syndrome, a little bit more, I will leave the link to this website in my episode description, so if you want to click on it, feel free. I've had a chance to go through this website a little bit, just some little bits and bobs on the homepage. Found it quite interesting, a good breakdown detail about this condition, how it affects people differently, what the symptoms are, originally affecting men more than women, but now for some reason it seems to affect women more than men. So again, I'll leave the website in the episode description. If you want to check it out, I recommend you do so, in my opinion, if you're interested in this sort of thing. But nonetheless, that's the episode here today, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. I really hope you enjoyed this episode. I'm very fascinated over medical conditions, especially when they're unknown for the most part, and they're very rare and very odd. For some reason, it just fascinates me. I don't know why. It's a bit weird, but there we are. I'm looking forward to this documentary. I'm looking forward to hopefully seeing Celine Dion make a full well recovery and being able to do what she does best on stage. And I'm sure lots of her fans worldwide are hoping that one day she'll be able to make a comeback and be better than ever. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Until next time, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.